I wasn't gonna do an F-Zero episode. For in a time which I suggested that Mario Kart should take some notes from Smash Bros. And evolve into Nintendo Kart, I also proposed that its dormant distant cousin could be absorbed into that fold. Well, after reassessing that notion over and over like a redneck on a racetrack, even I felt like Falcon slapping Faye Dunaway across her perfect little cheekbones. They're two completely different games. One is a speedy, sporty space racer, the other is wacky races with Nintendo stuff. Even if they did expand the more prominent one to include Captain Falcon, F-Zero could still live on. The question is, will it? I mean, 4 games in over 25 years? With the 16-year hiatus? For yet another Miyamoto series? Look, nobody knows what's really going on in the walls of Nintendo or in the minds of its members, but like many of us do in our speculative quest for reason and meaning, I came to a possible realization. The man was an IP machine in his day, because a lot of his creativity was fueled by the hardware. So after reaching a point he felt was definitive of the vision he worked to achieve, he doesn't feel the need to go on. In other words, besides Zelda and Mario, Shiggy doesn't seem like a big sequels and spin-offs kind of guy, which I oddly respect despite games I've wanted for ages. Regarding the requests for a revival, he had this to say. And again, I agree with him, but to be fair, the same can be said for any racing game. You just give it the same old upgrade once per console generation. You just beef up the graphics, add some new drivers and tracks, slap on a $60 price tag, and take my fucking money, you greedy son of a. So, did y'all know F-Zero had a dank-ass story? Yes! Cause I sure as hell didn't. We often feel the need to defend Nintendo from accusations of watering down their narratives by eluding the glowing examples like Zelda and Metroid, but they don't need any vindication. I have come to another realization. All their games have somewhere between a semblance and a substance of a story, even the neglected ones. And F-Zero has a surprisingly thick plot for just a little old racing game. The GameCube entry actually featured a story mode where Captain Falcon goes through a scenario not unlike the comic strip in the SNES instruction booklet, which consisted of 9 races. So what is the next logical step in this direction?
Show me your moves!
I don't have any moves.
Diddy Kong Racing had one of the best story modes of any racing game. It had a hub world that led to all the various races in it. Mute City, home of the Grand Prix, can serve the same purpose. A mid-sized central district of the city, traversable by ship, and, here's the twist, on foot, with a subplot intertwining the main racing missions. It's time Captain Falcon was actually playable in his own damn series already. I wanna Falcon punch an alien in a bar fight. I wanna shoot the gun that Sakurai must have glossed over when designing his moveset for Smash. And I wanna hunt some bounty. Cause did y'all know he was a bounty hunter?
Yes!
Local multiplayer F-Zero for Switch will be dank. And this will also be F-Zero's first time in a world with online gaming. And if there's one thing I want, it's a track editor. Pick one of the exotic planetary settings the series is known for, like Big Blue or Deathwind, and design a custom track with dash plates, jump ramps, and slip zones, and all the explosives in the galaxy. The vehicle system is as surprisingly deep as the rest of the game, and has always had certain adjustable parameters, but I can't see full customization being a thing, because every racer has their own ship, and you can't send the Blue Falcon through a pay and spray.
Heresy, my friend!
But I guess you could still create an avatar and build a custom vehicle for multiplayer.
Yes!
There's not a whole lot I can think of for this series. I don't know or care enough about racing games to think of ways to evolve and enhance and expand them. Instead of ideas, all I can muster is a plea. Just make another F-Zero game already. I'm not even asking for me. I mean, I'll buy it and I'm sure I'll dig it for about a month, but just do it for the F-Zero fans. These guys are like the lost, isolated tribe of Nintendo fans. They're small and untouched by civilization. I'm not even sure they really exist. Like Metroid, it's a perfect time to revive the series thanks to the more adult-friendly console. Because like how Sonic was the badass, high-speed replicate of Mario, F-Zero was the badass, high-speed replicate of Mario Kart.
Yes!
This explains why the stars aligned and Sega was commissioned to make the best incarnation of the series to date. Although that title is easy to preserve when the amount of titles that have come out since then can be hinted at by the fucking title.
Zero.
Zero.
Zero.